was being used to back his campaign in this state. So you cannot now turn around and say that you haven't had...
We really wouldn't... I think that is subjective here and without any proof. So that can be your own opinion. It's something that Channels Television wouldn't want us to pursue.
That's my own feeling as a citizen of Ondo State. And it is also my position. I have always said this everywhere, that all over this state, unconstitutionally, governments...
So in other words, we can say those are statements and comments credited to Dr. Tunji Abayomi and not Channels Television.
Yes, you can say that. It's not the position of Channels. It's the position of Tunji Abayomi, who cares about the use of the wealth of this nation and the oppressive use of the wealth of nations by incumbent governors. In this nation, there's no strict regulation how government in power can use money in order to push their candidate against a competitor. It is a common knowledge, but the point I'm making is that Mr. Jagede is not disempowered, and there is the whole system is not tilted against him. As a matter of fact, he is advantaged. He started the campaign before anybody, and he put up a heavy campaign, even before Jimo Ibrahim came into the picture. So now, 2 days before the election, the court rules that he should come into that something because of their internal crisis. And you now want INEC to postpone election? Why will INEC postpone election because of the internal crisis of PDP when we don't have internal crisis? Yes.
Dr. Abayomi, just to remind you, I mean, it's not just the PDP. I mean, we saw it all over the dailies yesterday and previously. 20 political parties actually wanted this election postponed so that this can be sorted and then they proceed. But are you saying that if this were your party, the APC, facing this same situation, you would think it would be unrealistic for them to ask for a postponement?
But the Conference of Political Parties issued a statement. Conference of Political Parties also issued a statement yesterday that the election should go on. And when you are talking of, and when you are, well, look, Chamberlain, I want you to appreciate something. When you are talking of political parties, when in a contest of election, there are serious political parties and there are unserious political parties. There are political parties in this state, the chairman, they have only one chairman, only one candidate, and that candidate is also the secretary of the party. Would you take that political party seriously? If that one is asking for postponement of election, would you not postpone election? There are only about 4 political parties in this state. And out of the 4 major political parties, I'm talking of APC, I'm talking of PDP, I'm talking of SDP, and I'm talking of the revived AD. Out of those 4 major political parties, only one is asking for postponement of election, mind you, because of its internal crisis. Who is going to do that? What happens to all the resources committed and all the energy? These people are tired.
You know, is it safe to say that this ruling has caused some kind of fear within the camp of the APC? Because going by your analysis and going by your discussion, it would seem as if the APC is really scared of Mr. Jagede.
Scared? We are not scared of Mr. Jagede at all. Mr. Jagede will win in Akure South. He won't win in any other local government. Go and mind my words. Mr. Jagede will win in Akure South, and even in Akure South, we will break the election heavily. I can tell you that. You know, so look, in this state, things are organized in our state, Ondo State. You cannot expect that in the central senatorial district that just spent 8 years, you will produce another governor. In this nation, I have explained it. The governor chooses the deputy from the senatorial zone that will produce the next governor. This has been on. It's a historical development in Ondo State. Ajashin chose Omobori Owo from Ekiti. Ekiti produced the next governor. Adebayo Adefarati chose his deputy from the South Senatorial. In Yonton, the South produced the next governor. Then Agagu chose his deputy from the center. The center produced the next governor, Mimiko. Mimiko chose his deputy from the North Senatorial. And the North Senatorial is expected to produce the next governor. It is PDP under Governor Mimiko that is disrupting everything. And the people of Ondo State will not accept that because we have an orderly. Dr.
Bami,
is always very orderly.
Just hang on a minute, because you don't speak for the people of Ondo State, you speak for people of your party. So I will just put that out there. But let's bring Markwe in as well on this. Markwe.
Well, there have two major questions. There have been concerns raised by Murik. They are also raising the grounds of fairness. Murik is a Muslim rights concern. They are raising grounds of fairness. They fear that the security situation could be threatened if, fairness is not one of the considerations before the polls. Because if a party does feel shortchanged, they believe that, things could degenerate after the polls. They cite Ondo State's history.